Chelsea fans or any football fans, welcome back to the Pride FT. The FT stands for Football Thoughts. We are back again for another fantastic, beautiful, wonderful, lovely episode. We've got so much to talk about. It's unbelievable. It actually hurts the amount we've got to talk. My throat is coming in for a bashing. Ooh.
I was going to say, hey-o.
Pause. As ever, as you can hear, I'm joined by my illustrious co-host, Clark. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, all good. Yeah, we've got so much to talk about. And it's going to be an interesting one. A lot's happened this week.
Yes, we are jam-packed.
Absolutely, honestly, news every hour. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I put the notes together started half an hour ago. And I said to Em before, because she was like, you should have your notes done earlier, because I was worrying about it on the way home. I was like, no, I know I should have, but also news literally updates every hour. It's mental at the moment. People are leaving, people are coming in. Oh, it's been mental. So I guess, before we get into the first story, I do want to say as well, I think we should start doing this. There are 39 days until the first Chelsea Premier League game of the 23-24 season, all right? So we're going to do that every week because this week I've really felt like, all right, I've had enough time away from football.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And now I'm buzzing for the season to start.
Buzzing.
And there are many reasons why, and we'll get into those in the show. Yes. But let's jump in then to the first story of this.
Sorry, before we start, please subscribe, and all that stuff. Please comment whatever you want to say. And rate us and stuff, because it bloody helps. But yeah, go on, let's get stuck right into the news.
The biggest story of the week, and actually it dropped today. Mason Mount becomes Man United's new number 7. It was officially confirmed transfer today. £55 million plus £5 million bonuses reported. Mount leaves Chelsea after 18 years at the club after not being able to agree new contract terms with the new ownership group. This comes the day after he posts a pretty cringe Instagram video explaining that he's officially leaving with his crazy blonde Barnet.
Did you watch it?
I couldn't watch all of it. I watched some of it, and
mate,
I was bored of the PR. So maybe we'll get into that. But initial first reactions. What did it feel like when you saw that news officially happen? How did that make you feel?
Rat. That sort of sums it up, right? 18 years, you've said, "Oh, I'm a true blue." We thought you was going to be the next bloody Lampard,
Yeah.
We thought, "Oh, this is it. He's going to carry us through. This is the next generation now. He's going to be the captain for bloody God knows how long." And all of a sudden, we have one bad season. He has one bad season full of penis injuries, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, contract offers are going downhill and stuff." Now, what we said before and what the news reported before was it was like a dispute over image rights. Yeah. Well, what the fuck happened there, right? Because Man United's gone, yeah, it's 250k, and he's gone, I'm listening. Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm off in the rat. Just I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, there has definitely been quite a strong reaction, obviously, to him leaving for a player who was so popular, but actually also so very divisive in fan base. Some people have said it's like a catastrophically bad idea to let him go. Do you think him leaving is going to impact our squad that much?
No. You know what, right? If you said this a year ago, I would say yes.
Yeah.
But we haven't really played him at all last year. And now you look at the amount of talent we've got in the midfield, i.e. Enzo. I'm not going to miss him at all. Because, to be honest, he hasn't played this year. He hasn't played at all. And when he did play, the off chance where he got subbed on or, done a little half an hour stint here and there, he was shit. So I don't think it's going to impact us as much as people think.
Yeah,
I think it might impact the way sort of people view Chelsea, because obviously he's meant to be a blue through and through, and if he's leaving, then something must be wrong. One of those things. What do you think it'll impact us?
I'm so up and down with Mason Mount. There are days where I think he's really good. There are days where I get watching him. I was very frustrated with the way he plays. Part of me thinks he's slightly overrated by some people.
Yes.
Again, based on me watching thousands of minutes of him play, and seeing him, seeing every bit of his game. another part of me thinks, well, he's also a very useful player, and so many managers have had him as a number one, like an integral part of their squads.
Yeah.
And so they all can't be wrong. You're including Lampard, Southgate, Tuchel, and probably now Ten Hag. So a good kind of different mixture of managers there who all love him and want to play him in every game they can.
Yeah.
So I'm quite conflicted. I think maybe squad morale wise, yes. I think it's going to have a knock on impact to a lot of other players in the squad. That kind of young English core that would have grown up together in the the youth system, or at least be similar ages, so they get each other. That's kind of gone now. Which is obviously sad for some, as we spoke about pre-show. Chilwell obviously being the main one, because they were really close. And yeah, you're right. Reputation-wise, does it make us look bad that we were unable to tie down, like, technically our most kind of like important squad player? Not our best player by any means, but certainly a very important player for the kind of like ethos, the aura of the club. Let me say this as well. Suck your mud at all these Bomber Clark fans, right, on Twitter, who now are pretending that like Mount is like the best player in the league and they're buzzing that he's coming to their club. Because I've heard fucking Mason Mount slander and Kai Havertz slander. We'll get onto him in a bit. For years since they've both been in the Premier League, and now that they're leaving, everyone's pretending like they're some of the best players in the league. Bro. After
welcome to the theatre of dreams.
Allow it, bro. Allow it. So it's a crazy story. It's one to put in the history books. It's definitely going to be. It's going to be one of those things as the season ends. It's going to be so interesting. It's why I'm so positive for the season. It's going to be interesting to see how it impacts our season. I feel like he would have been a good fit for Pochettino.
I think he would have as well. But he didn't even wait. He didn't even wait until he started. He went, Armovsky's fuck this shit.
I know.
Wanker.
So, it's just it wasn't meant to be. He's not gonna spend his whole career at Chelsea. It is what it is. I don't wish him luck because I don't want anyone to play well at a rival.
I don't wish him luck either. I think it's an absolute rat move, as I've said about 4 million times now. But it's like, as you said, the knock-on effect.
Sorry, can I just... What do you think about it makes it a rat move? Because I'm just interested. He
has been here for 18 years, right? Since he was 6. And he's like the epitome of Chelsea. He said it so many times. He bleeds blue, basically. He's like, I love this club, die for the badge, blah, blah, blah. He's so intertwined with the club. Everything was, revolved around him at one point. And it's just like, we gave you this. We gave you this platform. We gave you the Champions League, like, obviously, Champions League. And it's, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me how he could refuse so many contract offers. And then fuck off to one of our biggest rivals. If it was someone else, if it was AC Milan, Inter Milan, other countries, like Bundesliga, League, whatever, I don't care. Or even just the bottom half of the Premier League, which you wouldn't want to do at this point in your career. But you know where I'm coming from. You've gone to Man United, bruv. Like, are you having a bubble? That is ridiculous. Like that is literally like stabbing us in the back and going, you know what? All these years that you've supported me and loved me and everything that we've done for him, he's done a lot for us. I'm not saying that he hasn't. But you know what I mean? Like, Chelsea's given him everything, literally everything. He has made his career at Chelsea, and he's gone, fuck his. That's true. Literally, and I hate that. And that's the thing that is really annoyed me or bugging me, or that I'm mad about most, is that he's done this. Not I don't care about the football wise, as we just said. I don't think we're gonna miss anything. Football wise, the skill wise, I think we've got players in the squad that are just as talented, and players that are going to come through inevitably anyway. So I'm not bothered about that. It's, as you said, the aura, the ethos of being Chelsea, and you've just gone, fuck this, I'm off. And just to rub it in, it's that Reece James with his tweet. So as everybody's probably seen, but it was absolutely hilarious, and I love Reece James for this. And someone said, Reece James to Arsenal, who says no? And Reece James personally responded saying, "I say no," and I fucking love that. And you know what? It's just that is what it is. That is you're a blue.
Well, that's
blue.
proper Chelsea, isn't it?
That's
is
proper
like
Chelsea.
that's saying no. I'd never do a
Chelsea.
move like that. I hear that. I definitely hear that. Like, yeah, it does feel like he's mugged us off a bit. You're right, actually. The way you said that there, very well. We've literally given him a career. You know what I mean? He's had the platform to show what he can do, at Chelsea. And we've given him like really major career success.
Exactly.
He's not gonna. He will struggle to replicate that success at Man United. I'll tell you that for now.
Yeah.
Because they're a fucking shambles of a club, just as much as we are in our own ways. So there's no guarantee he's going to be any more successful over there. Let me tell you that right now.
Yeah.
And also I want to say as well. Sorry, I just need to get it off my chest. I'll forget about it.
Do it. Go for it.
I also want to say as well, like with the whole like people saying, oh, he was integral to a Champions League win. How can we let that go? Big man thing, yeah. Obviously, he was good and he was an important part of the squad and the team that got us that trophy. And he provided the assist to Kai Havertz, who scored the goal, who was also lucky to score that goal, by the way. Because if you watch it back, he tries to push it past Edison and he whacks it really hard. And actually, the fact that Edison slightly touches it slows the ball down and gives the opportunity to score. But anyway, I digress. The pass was decent by Mason Mount. Good vision, good pass. But for me, the fucker who won that Champions League was N'Golo Kante, because he had 5 man of the match performances in a row leading up to that final. I mean, he was literally like the peak fire. On fire, peak midfield. So anyway, big up my man N'Golo. I'm sad you're gone. I'm more sad you're gone, N'Golo, obviously. And I'm going to miss him loads. I won't miss Mason Mount as much. And I look forward to seeing him try and fucking ball out with people like fucking Bruno
Can we just
Fernandes.
Sorry, I need to have a moment as well now, right?
Go.
All these fans, right? All these Man United fans going, oh, welcome to the Theatre of Dreams, welcome to Man United, all this shit. You were slagging them off about a month ago, so shut your fucking mouths for one. And two, I've seen so many people, a few tweets and comments here and there saying, oh yeah, we'll make him into a club legend, right? I'm sorry, what legend have you produced in the last 10 years? Fuck all, get fucked. The closest thing you got is Rashford, and he's shit. So it's like you haven't got nothing. There's like this whole Theatre of Dreams and all that. Sir Alex Ferguson is gone, bruv. Like he's not in the picture anymore. Give it up. You're shit.
You
haven't won anything in about how long? I don't even know. They haven't won anything.
I think the last thing they won was with Jose Mourinho, wasn't it? They won the Europa League with Jose Mourinho.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I mean, come on,
like
Europa League.
5 years ago, 6 years ago now.
So it's like, where's your Champions Leagues? Where's your Premier Leagues? So it's like, and everybody's saying, oh, well, Pochettino was wrong about, saying that we're the most successful club in the last 15 years, which we are. We are.
Factually, objectively, we are.
Factually, people saying, oh, bloody Man City with the Premier League. Yeah, but they've only had one Champions League.
Yeah.
Like, and that was this year. Yeah. So, get fucked. Yeah.
And they beat Inter Milan in the final as well. Fucking frauds.
Yeah.
And they've got 115 plus financial,
cheating
irregularities, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah. We spent all that money. We didn't get fined. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. We had a cheeky transfer ban. You know what I mean? A few years ago.
Little cheeky one. Oh,
it happens. It happens.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. And it was 2 years. It got lowered to one. So half a year actually.
Yeah.
But it's a farce, and I think all these fans are now up Mason Mount's arse is hilarious, and I can't wait till he fails, because he won't be able to do anything. I mean, him compared to Casemiro, are you having a laugh?
Well, if Mount's going, because I've listened to Man United podcasts, a really good. No, I know it sounds bad, but there's a really good one.
Are you a rat as well?
No. There's a really good one by the Touchline Fracas group called "Make United Great Again," and it is hilarious. Like, because they've got great chemistry and they're very funny. So I normally listen to it when they lose, because it makes for a funny show, And these poor guys, they've been through the ringer, and it goes to show there's always a different side. Anyway, if he's going there to be a midfielder, which they desperately need based on this transfer, this podcasts what they say they need as lifelong fans. Then what, they can have a midfielder fucking Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno Fernandes, bro. That is booky as fuck.
Yeah,
that will get absolutely munched through. Like, Mount can run a lot, but he's not like a good tackler. He's not like a,
No.
you know what I mean? He's not like super strong. He's got good stamina, we know that, and a good
You know what?
acceleration.
He's the epitome of average over everything. Like he's the jack of all trades. He's not good at one thing in particular. He's sort of okay at everything.
Yeah. He kind of has like a 7 in everything. Maybe
saying that, he is a number 7.
Kicks. I know.
He is number 7.
Yeah, that's weird.
Going on from, Ronaldo, your David Beckhams,
your Michael Owens,
other people. It's just like, he's not going to live up to that. He's not going to live up to the 7.
No, I know. Gosh.
Right, so final word on that, get fucked. Let's move on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
We're not bitter.
I did say in my update video earlier in the week, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has gone, but we're just going to cover a little bit here. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has gone to AC Milan for a reported 16 million euros.
Yeah.
As I said in my update, I'm sad, but I'm not sad. I think he's going to do very well in AC Milan. I think we spoke about this last podcast as well.
Yeah, we did a bit, yeah.
I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to do well. Do you like this?
I don't like it because I like him as a player and as a bloke, and his leaving video was like just beautiful, fantastic. That if you look for it on Twitter, it was like a 4-minute video charting all of his highlights like throughout his whole Chelsea career, from like youth academy days and up until senior team stuff. And by all accounts, a really nice dude. And a very talented player, and I feel like he's gonna have a good time in Italy. So thanks for everything, Rubes. You didn't rat us out. You didn't. It was time for you to go, and you recognise that.
That's fine. AC Milan, I support you.
Yeah, exactly. I've actually got an AC Milan jersey, bro, because I've been to Milan and I got a jersey. So Milan. So good luck to him. Next one then, Shai Havertz. So I mentioned him earlier, obviously with the Champions League stuff. So he's officially gone now as well. I think when we last recorded, you would have done it in your update, wouldn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So officially gone for 65 million. A very good deal for us. We basically recouped our kind of money on him, which is amazing. And another player who, again, people are now making out like he's going to fucking take Arsenal to like Champions League winning levels. Honestly, he's not that guy, pal. He's not that guy,
and you're not that fucking team either.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but the thing is, what's scary is that Arteta's very good at spotting talent, and I'm like, have we missed something? For 70, was it 65, 70 mil?
65.
So I think 70 with add-ons, isn't it, or something?
I think it's 65 like with add-ons.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, 65 mil. Are we missing a trick here? Have we screwed up?
No, I just think like
I can't see it.
No, well, we've had him for 3 years. You know what I mean? He's played an awful lot. He's never really excelled, really. He's played loads of different positions as well. So, and he's never really like had a standout game in that position. He scored some nice goals, but he's not a goal scorer per se, or a very consistent goal scorer. He often gets bullied and and just like beaten out of games. And he's got a nice touch, and maybe you'd say he links up play well, but I think for the amount of times he loses the ball because of his like kind of his slight weakness, maybe. That to me doesn't. Drogba had good link up play because he was strong and he was a good passer and he had good timing and intelligence and positioning. And Havertz, silky German, of course, but I think he flatters to deceive mostly.
He's so shit, and like I think I think I don't know if Arteta watched week in week out, right? But we bloody did, and we reacted week in week out.
He used to do your editing.
And every single fucking video was Kai Havertz is shit because he doesn't run. He's lazy. He doesn't care. He's not got. Said this so many times. He has not got a striker's instinct at all.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to play him as a striker. I don't know if they're going to actually play him
Apparently
as a
they're putting him in midfield to replace Granit Xhaka. I don't know how that's going to I don't know how that's going
to happen. Yeah. He hasn't. I don't think he's even got like that midfield quality either. He's like I don't even know, man. He's like a nothingness. I think we've said this before. He's like the man that he's just like in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, he's just there
of football. He's just like an enigma. Yeah. It's like, what is he though? He's not a midfielder. He's not a striker. Yeah. He's not even somewhere in between. He's just like somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't know what the hell Arteta's thinking. But thank you very much for the 65 mil.
yeah.
Moving on to Nicholas Jackson. I spoke about this again in my update, but just go
Nicholas
over it again on the
Jackson.
poddy. Nicholas Jackson comes to Chelsea from Villarreal. He has scored 8 goals in 9 La Liga games at the end of the season. I like
Yeah.
the look of this guy, you know.
Yeah, the comps are nice. I've seen people I respect on Twitter say good things about him and his
Yeah.
kind of play style. Obviously, I've never seen him play before. I'm not going to pretend to know if he's good or not. I imagine he is. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been signed. But again, he comes in. He's 21 years old. He's got good potential and upsides that clearly the club have seen, and had a nice run towards the end of the season. I'm not going to get too excited nowadays. I don't really try and get excited about any signing because you never know how it's going to turn out.
But just to go over what I said in the update video, just for the people on the podcast, I like his attitude towards life as well, because he done like a little interview thing, and in one of his quotes was basically. I spoke to Sadio Mane, and Mane said, I said to him, "How's Pochettino?" He said he's amazing. He's a good manager. Just listen to what he says. And Nicholas Jackson turned around and said, "That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to learn." So it's not like he's coming in here. It's not like he's coming here like Hazard did, massive balls on him, and just went, "I don't give a fuck. I'm good.
I'm playing my game."
He's come in and went, "Right, I am here to learn, adapt, overcome," as Bear Grylls says. So hopefully,
Drink
he keeps
piss.
that. Hopefully not that. But yeah, don't sleep in camels. It's not good. But yeah, I'm hoping he keeps our mindset, keeps on learning, and from Pochettino and his training staff and coaching staff even. I think he's got massive potential. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But we've said this about every fucking person that's ever joined us.
Yeah.
But I like that he's said this straight off the bat.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
18-year-old Portuguese winger from Benfica, Diego Moreira, has signed for Chelsea. This was kind of reported a fair amount of time ago, but it was officially announced. I've seen I've seen nothing of him really, apart from some clips. He had some half decent games at the under-21s Euros, which are currently going on. In fact, England knocked Portugal out the other day in the quarters.
Easy.
He had one good moment where he did a bit of skill and went past people. I saw people tweeting "Look at this generational talent we've got." People need to allow it with that shit, man. People are so cringe, and they can't just relax. As you said with Nicholas Jackson, all of these players, or most of these players this season that we're signing, it's all about the upside. It's all about potential, and whether or not that's potential at Chelsea or being able to sell on to the a team on the continent, hopefully for a profit. That's kind of what we're doing. So not much to really report on Diego Moreira. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could spend hours looking into his player profile, but we're not going to do that because otherwise we'd have too many players to talk about.
But of course, saying, it's got massive potential, as all of these young players that are coming in, we've got the best manager for potential now. I think Pochettino, what he done with Spurs, that we've said about 4 million times already. I think he is a generation builder. If that is a thing, and I think all these young lads that are coming in are gonna get absolute top level coaching to really become the player that they potentially can. So moving on, Brazilian prospect Angelo Gabriel, close to signing 15 million euros from Santos. How old is he? Do we know?
18.
Again, nice. Okay, so we're sticking with the young guns. And we'll see what happens on that. I think, did I report this in my update? I'm not too sure.
You could have.
But anyway, Brazilian prospect Angelo Gabriel.
There's more Brazilian stuff as well. There's been heavy talk about Chelsea looking at a player. Let me see if I can find it quickly. I might not be able to.
Research on the spot here.
Yeah, I know. I should have done this quicker. I literally saw it just.
This, ladies and gentlemen, this is not professional at all.
No, it isn't. See, and this is what's annoying as well. Is because I'm looking, and then you Google it. They've all got links to stories about it, but they never tell you what the name is, so you have to click through. Allow it. Here we go. Oh, go right. Okay, fuck it. Anyway, there's another young Brazilian lad that we're looking to sign for 25 million. Apparently, sorry, I can't get his name, but I'm not turning off ad blocker for the Daily Mail website. Fuck the Daily Mail, bro.
Yeah, fuck them.
Next player, Alex Matos, joins from Norwich. Is again 18. We'll go straight into the U setup. I've never seen him play. I don't know how good he is.
No.
There'll be other people.
I went through that on my update video again as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's joined from Norwich. He looks all right, to be fair. I've seen little clips in that.
Yeah.
He played for them in the Premier League too.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, not too bad.
Yeah.
Anything else to say on
No,
Alex
I
Matos?
guess that's the kind of transfers. I think that's everything. There's been so many ingoings and outgoings; it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
There obviously are more outgoings to happen as well. We still got to shift Aubameyang, Ziyech. Who else is there? Cucurella would be nice.
Yeah.
Aspi is apparently Aspi is apparently close to joining Atletico Madrid. We're gonna like mutually kind of terminate his contract so he can go on a free and just get it done quickly, which is the way you treat players like him. Give them the respect they need. So yeah, so much going on. I'm sure if we went into detail of all of it, we'd be here forever. So we should just go on to kind of other stories that aren't transfer related.
Yeah. So non-transfer related. Let's go on to the old kit. So obviously the new training kit, let's just go over that a little bit first. Looks gorgeous. I don't know if people have seen the training kit. It's bloody everywhere now.
Popping, bruv. It looks like it looks like an Avengers outfit. It's so clean.
It looks so nice. Black, white, and gold. We love all that. But the thing is, we still haven't got no primary shirt because the sponsors aren't agreed for next season.
No, exactly.
So, Stake has been dropped after fan representatives shut down the idea, which I don't blame them because Stake is bloody one, they're bloody everywhere. Two, it's gambling, and we're not really that team to support gambling.
We're bigger than that.
Yeah,
as a club, you know what I mean? We don't have to stoop to that.
Have we ever had a gambling sponsor? I don't think we have we?
Maybe years ago, but I can't remember.
Yeah, years.
Certainly
ago.
Certainly not in the modern era. And
no.
I can't think of one.
So another thing though is Omen Air sponsorship that like pictures have been leaked, but connected to journo Ben Jacobs tweeted. Well-connected journo Ben Jacobs tweeted shortly after the news broke that Omen Air will not be the main sponsor of the show, which it would actually make sense if Omen Air was, because it's Middle Eastern money. So, another sort of Middle Eastern money coming into the Premier League, just a little bit of a different avenue, I guess, of them getting into the Prem. But apparently that's been shut down as well. So, it's not encouraging seeing that we still haven't got sponsored.
It's a bit weird, man. It's a bit weird.
Is it going to be Allianz? Probably.
Maybe at this point we are going to have to just take a cheaper offer, to just get someone on the shirt, because clubs now are releasing their kits now left, right, and center. And you can't wait too late, because you need to give people time to think about the last payday before the season will be the end of July. Exactly. We kind of need to get it sorted ASAP. You know what I mean? Because what is it? Is it July now? It is July now.
Yeah, it's July now. Yeah.
So they've only got less than a month to kind of get kits out there, and people can buy it before the season starts.
Exactly.
Before it starts getting awkward.
Money.
Exactly. I know. And it is quite funny because this ownership group talked a lot when they took over about how they thought there were aspects of the club that could have been run better, commercial, sporting, development, that kind of thing. And it is just quite ironic, quite funny that these motherfuckers have struggled to even get a sponsorship. You know what I mean? For ridiculous. A massive club like Chelsea, who have
I wonder how much they're asking for, because apparently, according to sources, our shirt sponsor is worth around about 40. I believe it was 46 million a year. That's how much we sort of that's our sponsorship. For our. So are they going, we want 60, 70?
Yeah, maybe.
We're not that team yet, bruv, because we just came 12. So
exactly. Well, maybe this goes to show people that it's all you can be a top team, and we are a top team, obviously, and we are massive on the world stage. But if you have shit seasons like that, you're not, all you're doing is making us look like less of a safe bet for advertisers, so we're going to make less money. By the way, before we carry on, we mentioned about sponsors that we've had. I just want to quickly Google it, because I kind of want to know. It says here on chelseafc.fandom.com, Chelsea were one of the first English club footballers to include sponsors on the front of their jerseys. So our first sponsor was Gulf Air in 1983 to 1984. We then had Commodore for 6 years. then Amiga, and then Coors classic kits, 94,
Yeah.
the year we were born. Autoglass, iconic. Fly Emirates, iconic.
Yeah.
Samsung, obviously the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yokohama tires, pretty budget. I mean, they came in when we had that terrible Jose season. It kind of ruined their reputation ever since. And then obviously we've had 3 since 2020. F3, bro, straight in the ass.
So we were right. No bettings, no gambling stuff.
Exactly, no gambling stuff. And I think we've only recently started having sleeve sponsors, and they've all been like Hyundai, wasn't it? It was that
Crypto
kind of thing
as well.
Oh yeah, whale fin.
Yeah.
So
whale fin.
yeah. Anyway, just to put everyone's mind at ease, we're not those guys. We don't need gambling sponsorships to give us the money we need.
We say this, and next week it'll be Steak is sponsored.
Yeah,
so,
Oh god, I hope not.
Or like Paddy Power or something.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. Paddy Power's hilarious.
They are quite
honestly.
funny, aren't they? Yeah, I'll give them
so
that.
funny.
Good social media team.
Yeah, so sorry, keeping on the kits, I'll just finish off the kits. The leaked away kit, I don't know if anybody's seen this. I'll put it on screen now so you can see it. Holy shit, that is orgasmic. That is so good. You're right there, Elon?
Oh, mate, yeah, that shit. It is. Honestly, it makes me want to do this and throw it all the way back.
It is outrageously good.
Fantastic, lovely jersey. I mean, black and blue. What a lovely combo with the gold trim.
Oh, so good.
And I swear down, breath, if this comes with black shorts and black socks, I'm finished. I might go full kit. I might go full kit wanker and get it all.
Full kit wanker.
Yeah, I'll get it all. And I'll go down the pub. I'll go down the pub and I'll wear it and I'll fucking pull. Even though I'm married, but I'll still pull.
I need full length pictures.
All right. Well, if we win the league, I'll do that.
Fuck off, bro. Come on.
I'm not number one. I'm not spending 80 quid on a shirt, 40 quid on shorts, and 20 quid on socks. Do you know what I mean? For the sake of a banterous photo that like 3 people are going to see on our Twitter account. But yeah, no, I mean, delightful. I feel like it looks like we're going to have a very strong selection of kits this year, so I'm happy about that.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping the home kit is what we predicted. Instead of that retro shit that they also leaked. But with the style that the kits are going in, normally they sort of stay around the same style, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's going to be that nice gold one.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So anyway, on to the next one. What's next?
Well, so yeah, really, the other major news of this week is Pochettino. Obviously, he officially started on the 1st of July. So
who's he? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's just this fucking generational manager who's probably best manager in the league. No, he started on the 1st of July. He's had a few days on the job now, which means he's had a chance to record interviews, which Chelsea have had a chance to upload, and we've had a chance to watch. And I just wanted to say that his first interview was an absolute banger, and it was like literally, it's like the Marshall Mathers LP. You know what I mean? It's like just classic. Oh
my god, that's a big shout, you know.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like just every quote, banger after banger after banger.
Yeah. And you know what? Everybody said it, but we're gonna say it here. The 4-letter word. Aura. Bruv. As soon as he stepped out of that van, I was like this.
With the training kit on, looking swish as hell.
Yeah.
Looking like a fucking sexy Power Ranger.
He's here. And you know what, right? I'm sorry, I'm a big person for like respect and stuff.
Sure.
And he said hello to the cameraman and said like, "Are you okay?" and that.
Yeah.
Now to me, I do media as well. I love that because there's no worse a feeling than like being like invisible to people. Even though like we all bleed, you know. So for him to say hello, how you doing to all the staff and throughout the interview mention staff quite a lot.
Yeah, he does.
I like that. That. But Aura came out the van looking
swish,
snazzy,
sounding swish
in that training kit. Holy shit! And I don't know if you've mentioned it in these notes, but when he sat down, now you as a media person as well, you normally go through questions first. So he got asked, "Oh, do you want to go through the questions first?" You know, and then people can pick it out and go, "Oh, I don't want to answer that one, don't want to," or they have time to think about it. He sat down and went, "Nah, surprise me."
Yeah.
I love that.
He's charismatic. He's clearly charismatic.
That is aura, bruv. That is like, I am here. Fucking throw it at me. I don't care.
Yeah. Let's go through then a couple of the quotes that we got out of him.
Yeah,
some of the highlights. When asked about Chelsea's culture, Pochettino said, yes, I'm not going to do his accent. Yes, I think it's important. I think it's the culture of winning. Ding. Yes. Graham Potter never said that. Idiot.
Love that.
I think in the last 10, 12, 15 years, Chelsea is the greatest team in England. Ding.
Ding. Slide dig to Spurs.
A very lovely slide dig. We love that. And that we know very well. I think I know the Premier League very well. I know very well what it means to be Chelsea, the culture of Chelsea. I think our fans, they are excited also, again, to be on the road of trying to win. And of course, for us to make it feel really exciting to work with our very young team in a different approach to the past. But I think we all need to understand that we need to work really hard. But also at the same time, now in a very good grade, a very good atmosphere on the training ground to build success for the team for the next few years.
Just want to point out something there, right? In them quotes. So it's a little bit of a slow one, a little bit of a little one. But he said, I think our fans, right? Now, I don't know about you, but normally when a manager comes in or staff or something, they say the fans. Yeah. I think the fans.
Yeah.
He's already Chelsea, bruv. He's already like, it's our fans. I'm like, I love that. He's already family. That's it. It's done. He's in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He did it. Exactly. Yeah. Vin Diesel. Family, innit? We made it. We fucking made it.
Just send a car into space, bruv. Where's Ludacris when you need him?
Without you, my friend.
Okay,
and let's not
get copyright.
When Poch comes in again. Oh, class.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
New song, eh?
Yeah. Obviously, as well, another massive thing that Poch has done this week, which really ties into everything we've just been saying, and it's probably the best thing that manager's ever done. He put on a huge, if you've seen the pictures, a huge Argentinian style barbecue for the whole squad and staff on his first day of the job.
Love that.
So I've seen the pics of the company that he used. And it's a big setup. They've got shitloads of food. Apparently Argentinian barbecues are elite as well. So I'm sure it was absolutely delicious. And yeah, so how amazing is that? Like for him to come in and have the confidence to be like, look, I know either he made the club pay for it or he paid for it himself. We don't know that detail.
Yeah, you know what? He's that type of bloke. I think he probably would have just...
I have a feeling that he might have. Yeah, I have a feeling that he might have, because it's like, he's trying to ingratiate himself in the club. Yeah. The club doesn't need that. It feels like a personal touch that I feel like he might have organised. And bruv, he got sacked by PSG. He's probably got like a €20 million payout. He's got enough money to pay for.
He's fucking minted, bro.
Of course,
Jesus
he's minted.
Christ, that wouldn't even touch the sides.
But how cool is that, by the way? Like, this is such a major difference from the fucking idiot Graham Potter. You know what I mean? And it's like, and he seems so committed and open to like changing.
In Potter's interview, it was like he was like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was.
He's like, he won a competition. He was just happy to be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he didn't want any real pressure on himself. But Poch has invited pressure, but also said, but look, we want to be like a family. We want people to get on and like each other. We want to change the atmosphere on the training ground.
Exactly.
There's clearly been a lot of upset last season.
He said, I don't want people to come here. I love that he kept on saying about staff, but he said, I don't want people to come here and think it's a job. He said, it's not a job. This is family. This is a club. This is our home. This is, you're coming to do work for the badge. And another quote, sorry, just to add another quote onto your quotes.
Sprinkle them on.
Is fight for the badge and die for the club.
Yeah.
What other manager comes in and said, that's like Jose Mourinho-esque. Yeah. That's like, holy shit, like he means business. Yeah. And then he's come in and he's just been friendly to everyone, got everybody together around the bloody Argentinian barbecue, and that is such a good way to like break bread, sort of thing. Like just over food as well. Everybody loves food,
do you know what I mean?
And the best bloody stuff happens over food. So it's like, I love that. It's not like he's just come in and went, I'm manager, I'm going to train people.
Yeah, let's get.
He's come in and went, you get chicken. You get
sausage for you, steak, burger, potatoes.
Who's a vegan? Fuck off.
Sorry,
but yes, absolutely love him. I'm not sorry. Anyway, I absolutely love him. Right, so I've got a couple of questions for you around this.
Yeah.
So, that being said, we love Poch already. Fucking hell, we already love Poch, right?
It doesn't take much, does it?
No, it doesn't. We've said this before, haven't we? Fucking hell, Lampard come in and we was like, so it's just like fucking hell. Yeah. So bear in mind we came 12th last season, right? We had an absolute stinkeroonie of a season, right?
Yeah.
We came third the year before.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
What is considered success this season?
Right. So obviously, yeah, we are quite famously flip-floppy. I can see us making a good comeback. In what I think works well for Poch, obviously, is that he will be taking us from a very low place. He's not coming in when we finish like just outside the top 4. We finished 5th, but that's not good enough. So you're out of the job of the last manager. This is like we had an historically bad season. He has a lot of leeway to really, he could probably finish anywhere in the top 8, and it would probably be considered a decent season considering what we went through, right?
Yeah.
Having said that, this season, because of the UK or the England's UEFA coefficient based on the success of English clubs in European competitions, we have 5 spots available for the Champions League this season.
Right.
Not 4, 5. So this doesn't have to be a top 4 race. This can be a top 5 race.
Right.
I think, for me personally, as somebody who's ambitious and as somebody who's used to Chelsea being in and around the best competitions and the best teams in Europe, anything less than Champions League, I think, is going to be a bit of a disappointment, because I think we have the requisite talent, and player combinations in our squad, and now manager to easily put a good challenge towards that top 5. And although other teams around us are strengthening, I don't think they're doing as comprehensive a job as we are in replacing players who have kind of clearly run their course at the club. So I think really minimum, I want to see 5th. And the good thing about Pochettino, even with fucking that Spursy Spurs, he was able to get them into Champions League consistently, and even took them to a bloody final for Champions League with that team, with that squad, with that club. So, we're in. I think we're in good stead.
I think you've smashed it there. I think you've absolutely smashed it there. I think success would be, if you want to say that the season was a success, it's going to be top 5, right, to get into the champs. Maybe even 6th or 7th, maybe just Europa League might be a little bit of a successful thing. I think anywhere below 8th is going to be abysmal.
That's a shocker,
that's a shocker. So I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think Champions League is the target, not to necessarily win the league. I would love it, obviously. But I don't think that's like the target at the moment. I think the target is get back into the champs. And that we'll move from there. And obviously this is his first season. We've got to give him a little bit of leeway. I know that we keep on saying this about every manager that comes in, but you have got to give him a little bit of leeway. But that being said, he has now got a month and a half of pre-season.
Very tasty.
So with Potter and Lampard, they came in, it was fresh off the bat, boom, you're straight into the next week of matches. You've had about 1 day with the squad fully, sort of thing. Now he's got a month and a half. He's also got some preseason games as well. So I think it should be top 5, hopefully. So that being said, if we don't get into the Champions League or European football at all, let's say the conference, the conference doesn't exist, right? Let's just say the Champions League and the Europa League, right? If we don't get into them, is Poch getting the chop?
No. Simply, I think I've seen people talk about how like our owners are really crazy and flip-floppy and like they do things too quickly and impulsively. Sorry, by the way, viewers, the sun's come out again and I'm back on the sun. I'm back on the sun recording again. I do apologise. Sorry, listeners, because you won't care because you're just listening.
My eyes!
So, no, I don't think he will. I think like that accusation towards the ownership group is unfounded or quite misguided because, as I said before, we had a historically bad season. I just quickly Googled our our kind of end results of the season, bro. We lost 16 games. Because I was going to say, like, the only kind of games I'll be like, I would expect us to lose next season, right? Or maybe, but based on last season, if we lose 2 to Arsenal, makes sense. If we lose 2 to Man City, makes sense. But I want to see us give every other team in that league a fucking good game and a really good go, because we can beat Liverpool because we drew with them in 2 games, and we can beat United because they're nowhere near as good as they looked when they played against us. They're fucking pants, bro. I swear down, they're pants.
That's so bad.
And Brighton aren't going to be as good as they were. They're losing key players. I mean, we're working on Moises Caicedo deal. Interesting that I bring them up. By the way, just funny how things change. Newcastle are going to be good, but are they going to be able to surprise people like they did last season? I don't know. So anyway, I just, like, as long as I really only want to see us lose a maximum of like 6 games, 7 games a season. Do you know what I mean? And then I think we can get in top 5. Anyway, if that does happen, I don't think he will get the chop. Okay. Because I think we started from such a low point. From his tenure, and there's no way that we are going to look as lethargic and out of ideas and unmotivated as we did last season under Poch, because he won't allow it. No, that just won't go. No. Because his teams need to be fit and firing to work properly, and that's going to be a minimum requirement. And as you can tell by his interviews, his charisma, he is going to fucking put a rocket up them if they don't show that they care and that they really want to go out and win. So I can't see him getting the chop. It feels like he's, as you said earlier, a really good manager to cement, pardon the pun, a foundation at the club of success and a general aura, and how people are supposed to be at the club.
I think I totally agree, and I think the ownership group talking time and time again about how they want to have like this long-standing manager, long-standing stuff going on with the club. So we're not just chopping and changing every season. I think even if he doesn't manage to get European football, I think he'll stay at least another season, and then maybe after that. You never know, If we don't get European football the season after, then it's going to be ropes again. So we'll see what happens. Moving on, do we have any more club news from the main squad?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff flying about. There are reports and news stories literally every fucking 5 minutes from Fabrizio.
It's ridiculous.
And we can't keep up with it, so we're doing our best. But I think we've covered the important things.
It's literally just come up. We have reached the final of the Euro.
The under-21s
have reached the final. Obviously Colwell and Madueke putting in boots.
Involved. Yeah. That's England under-21s, by the way, in case anyone's confused.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I thought that might be Chelsea.
Through to the what's it called, the Euros. So. Anyway, there was one thing that I just did want to say. So basically, reading from tweets here, Chelsea have maintained that Mason Mount's display on the pitch did not justify him being paid higher wages, for example, for Van Rees-James. They also said one offer was around about £200,000 a week, made in February of 2023. To Mason Mount to extend by a further year, just a year that is, to relieve some of the pressure with a view to revisiting discussions over a longer agreement. And again, he said no. So Mason, money doesn't matter. Mount, obviously, it fucking does. So again, you're a rat. I just wanted to say that because I mean we offered him 200 grand, so and he said no, and he's a prick. So anyway, moving on to the women's, Chelsea have signed England international goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. She comes in after free agency from Aston Villa. I don't know much about her. Is she any good?
No, I can't say I've seen her play either, to be honest. When I'm watching women's football, I'm watching Chelsea or England. And I haven't seen her play for England because Mary Earps is a better keeper than her, and she plays for United.
Is indeed.
Who, by the way, the United women's are absolutely fucking losing all of their best players. It's actually embarrassing. Because they don't give a fuck about them, and they're not giving them any money. So it's pretty peaked.
They don't even give the first team money. Have you seen their training facilities?
I know. This is what I mean, about you. This is what I mean about Mount. And I'm back to Mount again.
Let's go back to Mount, bro.
We might be a mess, but they're a fucking mess as well. You know what I mean? They can't even...
Why do you think Ronaldo left? Yeah, because he said they haven't upgraded since he left for Real Madrid all them years back.
Yeah,
he said they'd come back and the training ground and the training facilities are exactly the fucking same. They're all 15-year-old machines. Makes them out. Have fun on your fucking concrete floors and shit. And your fucking mud piles, you prick. But, anyway, let's... Mate, honestly, right. Chelsea have also signed Ashley Lawrence from PSG, 28-year-old Canadian defender. So we're putting in little transfers here and there.
The women's are have really bolstered the squad. I'm guessing that's adding numbers. Obviously, we have lost a few players here and there, mainly Harder and Magda Eriksson. But I think we're there's a net increase of players, not loss. So
okay.
It's quite an exciting time. But this comes after what is it? 4 Premier League, 4
it is 4
WSLs in a row.
And
that's proper, isn't it? Because that shows we're not sitting on our laurels. You know what I mean? We're not just going to rest on who we have.
No.
We're signing international quality players, season after season, to maintain that level of excellency, and we love to see it.
Especially coming from PSG, and that they're going to be quality. And then obviously we just needed Hannah Hampton from Aston Villa. Thank you very much. Both of you welcome to the Chelsea and up the Blues and that. Anything going on with the youth?
No, so as you said, Levi Colwill started for England under-21s against Israel in the semi-final of the European, the under-21 Euros. I believe they won 1-0 in the end. I think they were 1-0 up at half time. I think it was 1-0.
I believe it was 3-0.
Oh, 3-0 in the end. Who scored? So Gibbs White, Palmer, and Archer. He's a good player, Morgan Gibbs White. I really quite like Morgan Gibbs White.
I like Archer.
Cameron, good player as well. Again, that's another clean sheet, by the way, for Colwill. They've yet to concede a goal with him in centre back. I'm just saying.
Easy.
Absolute baller, bro. What a fucking player. Madwek on the bench. I don't know if he came on or not, but good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to them in the final. I don't know who they've got to play yet, but we'll recap that next week. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's like this Sunday. Hopefully the game is, and then they can be back in training next Tuesday. You know what I mean? Get them back in. And I can't wait to see Pochettino work with Madwek and Levi Colwill.
Be amazing. Another barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. Get the leftovers out of the fridge.
Hey, and you know what? If you need any Chelsea fans for a little bit of a barbecue, mate, we're always down.
Yeah,
we're always down.
Yeah, exactly. I offer myself as tribute.
Yeah,
to the Chelsea fan barbecue eaters. There are I imagine there is other Chelsea youth news. I don't have time or patience to look through it all. There are other places you can find it. Chelsea website or Chelsea Youth on Twitter is always a good shout.
Indeed. And that being said, we'll move on to Rival Watch. Rival Watch. Liverpool has signed that name from RB Leipzig.
I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Hungarian.
Zobozolai.
That's not actually far off. Dominic Zobozlai. Or Zobozlai. Yeah. That's how he says it. He says Dominic Zobozlai. Like
for 70 million euros. That's a big bloody spend, that is.
Once again, let me say this. Bomba-clad shaky warrior. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of fucking bullshit propagandist Liverpool pundits and fans who pretend that fucking little Klopp and little Liverpool are doing everything on a budget and they're doing football the right way.
I know, yeah.
Bun your mum, bruv. Think about everyone in their squad. Salah, 40 million. Alisson, 60 million. Fabinho, 40 million. Van Dijk, Van Delegate, 75 million. Luis Diaz, 35 million.
But they all paid
40 million.
They all paid a packet of quaves and a Freddo for him, apparently.
Darwin Núñez, 85 million. Come on, bro. It's such a Cody Hakpo, because you got to do it in his Dutch accent. I don't actually know that one, but I'm sure it was expensive.
Something million.
Yeah. So I'm just, do away. I'm sick and tired of people pretending that Liverpool are like this fucking academy-built team. They're fucking not, right? So can we stop? It's fucking bullshit, Lee. Fuck that. All right. So anyway, we move on.
That was a terrible accent.
Thanks.
Moving on. What's Arsenal saying?
Well, Arsenal are strengthening. Obviously, we mentioned Kai Havertz. That's not strengthening. That's weakening. They are very close to a 100 plus million deal for Declan Rice. He's likely to become the most expensive English player of all time,
Holy
which is
shit,
mental.
it's mad.
Well, I think he's good. I like him. I'd love him at the Chelsea. But again, let's think about this, right? This mother effer's got 1 year left, bruv.
Yeah.
1 year left at West Ham.
Yeah.
Allow it, bruv. Just do like a pre-contract agreement and say, big man thing. 6 months time when you're allowed to talk to clubs officially, like right now, tap him up a bit, be like, right, 6 months time, bro, we're coming back in for you. At that point, you can get him for like 40, 50 million. And what it's going to be 6 months? Is it that deep? It's not that deep. So good player, definitely not 100 million. The market's all over the place. And that's going to do is basically the tide brings up all boats, and it's gonna be bad really for the whole.
We said this before, and we'll say it again. If Declan Rice is going for over 100 million, then Enzo was a steal.
Yeah, exactly. Arsenal apparently also very close to signing Jurrien Timber from Ajax. He's a centre back / right back / left back / something else.
Nice.
I'm not too impressed about him particularly.
A man of many backs.
Apparently he's very bad in the air, so I'm excited to see him get beasted and feasted by Silva or Benoit. I've seen, obviously we have other cousins. We've got other Arsenal supporting cousins. You'll know who I'm mentioning here. I'm not going to say his name, all right, because I don't want to bait him out. But I can't lie. I've seen him tweeting, putting up Instagram posts with, images of edited images of these cast of characters. Yeah. And he's saying he seems to be very keen on the Premier League push again. And I'm just, you know what I mean? If that's representative of the whole group, bro, that's a bit mad.
I'm sitting here thinking you're not even going to get a touch now.
That's a bit mad, bro.
You're not even going to get a sniff.
Because Jurrien Timber is not that guy, okay? It's not that guy.
We need to do, before the league starts, we are going to do a prediction on where we think, right?
Yes, I can't wait.
And I'm going to tell you my Arsenal one now.
Yeah. 23rd. Oh. Fourth.
Because
okay.
I think they're going to push, and I think they're just going to fail.
Yeah,
I think they're just not... They're just not that team anymore, bruv. And you're buying outrageous players for outrageous prices and thinking that you're going to do well. But you're really not. You had one good season and you fucking flopped. Yeah. So, I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, moving on to another abysmal team, Spurs. They have signed James Maddison from the relegated Leicester City.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame him. And as I said this pre-podcast, I'll say it right now. He has won more trophies at Leicester City than he is going to win at Spurs. So that's sad to say, but it's true.
That's quite funny. That is saying something. But that's Spurs, you know what I mean? As Giorgio Chiellini said, this is the history of Tottenham. This is the history of Tottenham. That's just, there you go.
There is no heritage.
You're done out here, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, good luck to him. I don't actually mind Maddison, but now he plays for Spurs. I fucking hate him. So it is what it is. Moving on. What is FGR? Who's FGR?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, exactly. This is quite localized news because I'm based in Gloucestershire. So this really is not rival watch at all. But I just wanted to say it because it's quite
local. Local
watch. Yeah, maybe you can do Accrington Stanley update for us next week. Basically, Forest Green, they had Duncan Ferguson, who was the manager, so ex-Everton player, iconic Everton player. He was brought in on a 5-year deal earlier on in the season from January, he's just left the club after 6 months in the role. It's a bit mad. And I thought it was interesting to say that he has been replaced currently by Hannah Dingley, who is the head of the academy and women's team manager at FGR.
Yeah,
and which makes her the first ever female woman manager to ever take charge of a professional league team in the UK.
Yeah,
I believe I think that's a stat I've seen. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Now let me just say something though.
It's a groundbreaking appointment.
She's only caretaker.
Yeah, exactly. There's no guarantee she's getting the first team role, and it's probably unlikely that she will. But
I would love to see it.
Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? The fact I was talking to a colleague the other day at the studio, the station. He's a Forest Green season ticket holder.
All right.
And we were saying if you think about it, if let's say you like the kind of stigma against women in the game and women as managers kind of goes.
Yeah.
You in theory, you've doubled the amount of potential people who could come in and be like,
Good.
take any position or
Yeah.
be good. You know what I mean? Because I don't, it sounds maybe weird to say, but like there could be thousands of like, Pep level women managers who never got into the game because they didn't really have the pathways, and they were always, they were kind of getting laughed at or bullied out of the sport. If you open up those kind of opportunities, we could have shitloads of really talented managers and that are just there, but just never really had the opportunity to shine. So anyway, kudos to Hannah Dingley, and what an interesting thing to happen.
Would you like to see more women managers in the Prem?
I think there are loads of really shit male managers who fucking steal a living in the game, who don't deserve it, and I'm sure. Steven Gerrard,
Lampard,
and I'm sure there are many, as I said, many talented female managers who would never get a look in, not even ever be considered, based on like literally just their sex. So it's a bit mad. Also, to say about FGR,
honestly.
Also to say about FGR, their new kit is an Umbro kit, and it looks class.
It does look good. It's elite. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's quite.
I do like Umbro. Sometimes does come out.
Umbro make tasty kits, man. They make really nice kits.
But yeah, sorry, just to say, I'd love to see more women managers. And I'm gonna say this, right? I always come out with shit analogies. So another analogy, sort of. I used to work in security. And a lot of people say, it's very a male-dominated profession. But they cry out for women to be security because it adds that level of like motherly sort of aura to it.
Yeah.
Now, who are you going to fight for most? Who are you going to play for the most?
Yeah.
Someone who resembles a motherly figure that wants the best for you, or some fucking knobhead with a beard shouting at you, going, "The lads played well." Fuck off, right? If we had a woman manager last season instead of Graham Potter, I guarantee we would have done better.
Yeah, well, I mean, think Emma Hayes, ridiculous. Bro. We had Emma Hayes.
I mean, oh my god, what a bloody manager, and what a person as well. She's great. So I would love to see it. Obviously, I don't want to see women players in, with the men's players. I don't want that.
Well,
that'd be a farce. But managers, bruv, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Love it. That being said, anything else for the rival watch or anything you want to say for the podcast?
The last thing I want to say, again, just to say, because I had to look it up here, with people like Kai and Mount in the team, Chelsea lost. Of their last finals, we beat obviously Man City in the Champions League final. Yeah. Okay, so that's one win. But we lost in the final of the FA Cup against Liverpool. Yep. Right? The season before last. We lost, exactly. We lost in the final against Leicester the season before. We lost against Arsenal in the season before. This, by the way, is all with people like Mount and Kai Havertz in the first team. Yeah. Okay, so that is one win out of 4 finals, right? So that's 3 FA Cups and a Champions League. You're right, the EFL Cup, we lost on finals to Liverpool, and we lost on the final to that Man City was the season before. So I just want to say that again, and I know we've talked a lot about this already, but fuck it. Oh, and okay, no, not that either. Not that. I'm just saying. Their conversion rate in finals is piss poor, bruv, and we have lost so many Wembley finals recently, which we never used to do. We used to have aura and we used to dominate those competitions, and we didn't with them in the team. So I'm just saying that now, all right?
I wanna be devil's advocate.
Yeah,
I want to be devil's advocate. We did win the Super Cup. We did win the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
So they're 2 finals again that we've won. Yeah. Also, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup against Liverpool was on penalties.
Yeah.
And it went right down to the wire to sudden death penalties as well. So it's not like we was getting stonked, but we didn't have the presence to just, bury the game early.
We didn't have presence to win those games. We didn't have the Drogba figure. We didn't have a Lampard figure to score key goals. Mason Mount's Wembley curse. He has lost 6 finals in 3 years at Wembley, right? So good luck United, innit, bruv? Good luck anyway. I'll drop the mic and I'll leave it there.
So that being said, I think that's it for the podcast. Please like, subscribe, please comment down below if you want, if you see Mount being a failure, or you didn't want him to go, or Kai Havertz and all that shit. Just whatever you like, basically. Thank you for listening. I've been Clark, and my illustrious co-host has been Bo. And as always, up the Chelsea.
Thanks for listening to The Pride. If you enjoyed what you heard, feel free to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice, and maybe drop a like or follow on our YouTube, Twitter, TikTok and Instagram pages. And as always, up the Chelsea.